Everybody, Louise Plant here, healer of healers, teacher of teachers. I'm just doing this little video today about my home herbalism course, just to really explain a little bit more about what that is. So the home herbalism course came about because I have, over the previous 30 years, been writing content for about 5 colleges Australia-wide. And in the good old days, teachers were teachers and we were actually writing content. So I wrote quite a few courses for Perth colleges because that's where I come from, West Australia originally. And we presented then our own content. So we were writers and presenters of sharing our information and our intellectual knowledge. That sort of shifted and changed, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And basically most content is being then written by limited numbers of people. And then we become presenters. So then we came into teaching in natural therapy sort of environments and then presenting other people's content. So I wasn't really overly happy about doing that. I found that that wasn't really working for me because I was restricted on what I could say. I actually had restrictions on things I could say. So, I wasn't encouraged to talk about vibrational therapies or spirituality. And part of the agenda that I believe is happening for us on the planet is to disconnect us from that spiritual side of ourselves. So, we've really been encouraged to disconnect from nature and from each other, and we're frightened of germs and dirt and animals and all that sort of stuff, which is just really shockingly atrocious because nature has so much to teach us. And when we look at the medicines that are out there in the orthodox medical system, most of them cover bases from natural therapies or from herbal medicine. So this is a 6-week face-to-face course. I'm in the Northern Rivers, northern New South Wales, and it runs on Fridays. It runs for 6 weeks. We do 7 days within that time frame. So really it's an amalgamation of the work that I've been teaching in regards to herbal medicine that I've really put together to teach to people as a home herbalism course. It's not an accredited course. I'm no longer in the system doing something that needs approval and recognition and, all that sort of consultancy stuff. It's really my knowledge and my expertise. So it's all the amazing things that I have seen, I have experienced. There's loads of stories. There's always lots of stories and things that have worked over the years. I'm a person who has spent over 18 years, possibly longer, studying. I did, my advanced diploma. I then did further diplomas. I did honours diploma in herbal medicine. I went on to do a bachelor's degree, and then I went on to do program after program. I spent a lot of money and time bringing in this knowledge to reach a point in my life where it's like, I don't need any more to come in. I need to now start sending that out. And part of my gift, my spiritual gift, is teaching and knowledge and wisdom. So it's really me imparting all the beautiful tips and techniques and strategies that have been working for me over the last 30 years. So a lot of it is very practical based, it's very conceptual based. You end up with 2,000 pages of notes, which are put in little folders like this. 3 folders of notes. So you're basically given a guide where to find that information, what the information's about. Each day we do different things. We do a day of chemistry. We do 2 days of manufacturing. So we're making lotions and creams and oxymels and tinctures and whatever it is. We just pilules, whatever it is. We just spend 2 days making. We talk very much about materia medica. We spend a whole day just talking about herbs. We spend a whole day talking about therapeutics. We spend a whole day sort of doing botany and looking at the nutritional side of herbs as well. So it's very in-depth. There's a lot of information and it's bang, 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 bang. And it's sort of slammed at you in a practical sense that allows you to then go and do further research for yourself, refer to the notes that I've given you. And then you can find out for yourself things that you want to find out. And what it's giving you is natural solutions. So we're Our wonderful medical system has had cures. We know there's been cures around for cancer and diseases for, 1920s. And a lot of these have been pushed aside. 1950s, there was more. They were pushed aside. People had to leave countries or they disappeared mysteriously off the planet. But since then, our poison load. So I believe now that most of our diseases that we have is just basically toxicity. It's toxicity from our food, it's from the air, it's from what we shove under our armpits, what we put on our faces, what we put into our bodies, what we watch on TV. So not only in this herb are we really talking and learning about herbs, but you're actually going to learn more about the terrain theory of disease. So it's a fact that why it's so important for us to keep our vitality high, what we can do, what strategies we can do. There's lots of practical stuff that's really going to be a real game changer for you. So it's like you're no longer going to have to run off to the doctor, because when we go off to somebody in a white coat, and I'm not saying there's not a need for doctors, there are, though most conditions, most diseases, most ailments can be treated and cured. They can be turned around, they can be changed, but you have to do the work for that. Like, you've got yourself in that issue, you need to sort that out. There's always emotional factors connected to that, there's spiritual factors connected to that. And you'll actually look at the whole vitality and well-being process from a different perspective, where you can actually look at it and say, okay, well, maybe it's this, maybe there's this solution. So it's just a really practical way to start reassessing, changing the thought process and the beliefs we have about illness and sickness, and looking for other solutions. Yesterday I was in a town that I don't frequent much, and as I was walking up the high street, I noticed, there's physiotherapies and there's eye specialists and foot specialists and and chemists and doctors. There's all these industries that are really making money out of our sickness and illness, and what they're doing is compartmentalizing us as human beings. So they're saying, okay, you got a problem with your foot, then you need to see this foot person. You got a problem with your eyes, and you need to see this person. It's never ever put together. So this course is really going to bring that holistic thing of togetherness and looking at the body as a whole, and seeing the body as this spiritual being, as this emotional being, as this physical being, and really looking at ways of healing that on a whole array of different levels. And being the teacher that I am, and the person whose gift in life is about knowledge and wisdom, I've really gone out of my way to try and test these things. These are things that I've experienced, or problems that I've had, or people that I've been around who have been willing enough to have trust and faith in me to try these things. So there's lots of tried and tested solutions there for people that we can be using. And it could be something as a cream for your osteoporosis. It could be something as using things like mushrooms for treating and for mental disorders, rather than relying on some synthetic man-made drug that is just going to bounce around the body and poison us even more than actually going to natural solutions. So yeah, I'm sharing and learning my expertise, my knowledge with you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I choose to be not in a system where I'm discouraged from empowering people. I choose to do this because I want people to be empowered to make their own choices. I do this because I want you to have your health and well-being for you and your family in your own hands. I do this because I want to encourage people to not keep giving their power away to other people, and to actually say, you know what, I created this problem, I can deal with it. I do this for the people who are ready to start making a change in this planet, and the way that we make a change is with ourselves. We must do this ourselves. I do this to encourage people to take that inner journey into themselves, and to reconnect with Mother Nature and with Earth, and to see the signs that Mother Nature gives us. The messages are always there. And I do this to encourage people to do that, to start having that reconnection again. Anyway, it's a big 6 weeks, and basically I'm going to be doing this for as long as I feel I want to be doing it. So my next course this time round starts next Friday, which is the 12th of April. I've still got 2 spots ready for that. And then there's about 4 that run a year. We do a bit of a garden tour. We walk around. You can actually see some of these plants growing in their natural habitat. You can connect to them as people, as individuals, and see them in their essence and in their true power, and how they like to grow and how they like to be, and their personality, and all that stuff is just really amazing and beautiful to actually see that. So please message me or email me, planter@wn.com.au. I'll put it in the blurb that goes with this video, and I'll put you on the mailing list to let you know when the next course is running. It's under $1,500 to attend this course. If you miss a day, you can come back and do it next time round, so you never ever get to miss out. It's not online at this time, but it will be in the future. So if you're listening to this video later on, then it could well be, but it's worth the ask. But yeah, I aim to help change people one person at a time, one family at a time, to allow them to have solutions, so you can just stop running off to people who want money off you and want to give you poisons and disempower you, basically. So I look forward to connecting with you, and I want to thank you for taking this time to listen to me. And I'm always seeing you in love, light, health, joy, and happiness. So until next time, I will see you. Enjoy. Be kind to yourselves. Take care. Bye.